Hi everybody, good evening or good afternoon or good morning whenever you happen to see this. Like I said the other day, I'm just kind of channeling all of my I don't know how to feel about all this feeling into reading children's books every night, aside from what I'm doing during my typical school day hours, despite the fact I'm working from home now. So I've already read The Day the Crowns Quit. Tonight I'm going to be reading A Porcupine Named Fluffy. I was obsessed with this book when I was little, so it has a very special place in my heart. I would listen to it and then laugh and laugh and laugh. I thought it was the funniest thing going. So I hope whoever stumbles across this video enjoys it. Here we go. Porcupine Named Fluffy by Helen Lester and illustrated by Lynn Munsinger. When Mr. and Mrs. Porcupine had their first child, they were delighted. Now he needed a name. Let's think. What do we know about porcupines? We know that if you were to touch them, they would probably feel what? They'd probably feel prickly, right? They'd poke you a little bit because they have things called quills. So they're needing to think of a name. I wonder, what would you name a porcupine? Would you name it after what they looked or felt like? Let's see what they do. Should they call him Spike? No, Spike was too common. Should they call him Lance? No, Lance sounded too fierce. Should they call him Needle Rooser? No, Needle Rooser was too long. Prickles? Pokey? Quillian? Then together they had an idea. Let's call him Fluffy. It's such a pretty name. Do you think Fluffy agrees that he should be called Fluffy? He looks a little surprised. Also, he looks pretty young to be understanding this conversation. But soon there came a time when Fluffy began to doubt that he was Fluffy. He first became suspicious when he backed into a door and stuck fast. That was not a Fluffy thing to do. There he is stuck to the door. Oh my goodness, can you imagine if that happened to you? He was even more convinced when he accidentally slept on his back and poked holes in the mattress. Ugh, a very unfluffy thing to do. When he tried to carry an umbrella, he knew the truth without a doubt. Fluffy, he definitely wasn't. Oh my goodness. I bet that would make using that umbrella afterwards very difficult because there's a bunch of holes in it. What's going to come through? Rain, right? So he decided to become fluffier. Clouds are fluffy, he thought. I'll be a cloud. But he couldn't stay up. What are some other things that are fluffy? Maybe cotton candy or floofy little puppies or soft blankets or stuffed animals. I know. Pillows are fluffy, he said. I'll be a pillow. But when his mother sat on him, she was not pleased. I bet she wasn't pleased because it probably hurt. Oh my goodness. He tried soaking in a bubble bath for 45 minutes, but he did not become fluffy. He became soggy. He's having quite the time figuring out how to be fluffy. Well, he tried whipped cream. He put a little on each quill. It was not easy, and it took more than half a day. That seems like it would be quite a process to put all of that whipped cream all over him. Oh my goodness, and guess what? This did not make Fluffy fluffy. Ugh, they should have named me Gooey, he sighed. Look at all that whipped cream. He's going to be so sticky. Well, he ate a lot of fluffy marshmallows. He rolled in shaving cream and feathers. He even tried to become a bunny. But the truth remained, Fluffy just wasn't. Poor guy. He's looking a little down in this picture. Well, one afternoon, Fluffy set out for a walk, trying to think of ways to become fluffy. Before long, he met a very large rhinoceros. Do you know what a rhinoceros is? There are these animals right here. Got a little horn right on the tip of their nose. I wonder if they're going to get along. "Grrr," said the rhinoceros. "I'm going to give you a rough time." Fluffy didn't know what a rough time was, but he didn't like the sound of it at all. "What is your name, small prickly thing?" asked the rhinoceros unkindly. "Fluffy," said Fluffy. Oh dear, what would you do if you ran into a rhinoceros one day? Well, the rhinoceros smiled. He giggled. Then he laughed out loud. He rolled on the ground. He jiggled and slapped his knees. He roared with laughter. "A porcupine named Fluffy," howled the rhinoceros. So he thinks his name is pretty ridiculous. How do you think that's going to make Fluffy feel? Fluffy was embarrassed, but he tried to be polite. "Well, what is your name?" he inquired. "I can't say it," giggled the rhinoceros. "Hubert?" suggested Fluffy. What do you think his name is? We know it starts with an H. "Oh, help! I just can't say it. I'm laughing so hard," said the rhinoceros. "Harold? Or maybe Herman?" asked Fluffy. "No," gasped the rhinoceros. "It's Hippo!" You guys, this rhinoceros's name is Hippo? Oh my goodness. Hippo. A rhinoceros named Hippo. Oh, Fluffy smiled. He giggled. And then he laughed out loud. He jiggled and slapped his knees, and he howled with laughter. "A rhinoceros named Hippo," Fluffy cried. So it seems like they have something in common. They both have names that people would not assume that they had. A porcupine named Fluffy, a rhinoceros named Hippo. It was almost more than they could bear. Hippo and Fluffy rolled on the ground, giggling and laughing until tears came to their eyes. Well, at last they lay exhausted on the ground, and from that time on, they were the best of friends. And Fluffy didn't mind being Fluffy anymore, even though he wasn't. Have you ever become friends with someone that you didn't think you would become friends with? Sometimes those are the most special friendships. So, I hope you enjoyed A Porcupine Named Fluffy. And I bet whoever's listening to this, whatever your name is, I bet it's a very special name. And I hope you all have a great night. Bye.